All right, so good afternoon. It feels like morning because the sun just came out here in New Jersey. Welcome back to our Saturday yoga flow. I think I titled this one Flexibility and Flow. And yes, we will be doing some stretching that will really challenge our flexible edges and see if maybe we can go beyond them or really become familiar with them so our bodies can loosen up into those spaces, but it's also just flexibility in terms of going with the flow, literally the yoga flow, but also the kind of the flow of life and the tides, the ebb and flow of our lived experiences. I was speaking to a friend who is going through a rough time, and she was saying that it's hard for her to enjoy the good times because she's always expecting this bad thing to happen. But yet, when the bad times are up, she's not looking for the good thing. She's just sort of very present with the bad. But when she's in the good, she can't be present with the good because she's looking for the bad. So it's like this interesting dynamic where we sometimes are prone to this sort of negativeness and more of this darker energy, of which there is definitely a space for, but also let's make some room for the light and the good things, and let's stretch ourselves so that we may embody more space, physically take up more space. Maybe the space within us increases, and that room just gives us a chance to take a deeper breath, manage our reactions a little bit, feel a little more in control of ourselves. The husky might make an appearance today. He's not actually napping, which he usually is at this point. You can't see him. He's right there. Sochi, make an appearance. Come on, I always talk about you. They don't think I have a dog. Come on, Sochi. No, just his ears go up and he just stands there. So without further ado, let us come to our mat. Have everything you need. I'm like already sweating. Take off the sweatshirt. Oh, and we're not going to use weights. I just put those there to uncurl the edges of the yoga mat. So get things that, I mean, if you want to use weights, do you, but I will not be using weights today. If you play any music, you can get that going. Right. I'm going to put up a little playlist for myself as well and just have it playing on my phone. So let's come to our mats. Find yourself in a comfortable seated position. Open the Spotify here. There we go. And once you find your position, begin to find your alignment. All of these little steps I'm taking to get into my own alignment. Head over heart, over pelvis. There we go. This music took longer than I thought. Ears over shoulders, over hips. Be mindful of where your head is in space. In yesterday's class, we talked a lot about these upper region chakras. If you were in that class or watched that video, I'm not sure if it's posted yet, but if you're in that class, be mindful of those spaces. How do they fall in line with the rest of your body? Take a couple slow breaths as you roll the shoulders back and just move slowly and be there for it. Just be there for the small sensations. A deep inhale and the release on the exhale. You can even gently bring your chin side to side. Let your eyes be closed or open and somewhat unfocused. Gentle movements in your neck. You can drop one ear to one shoulder and the other side. And moving slowly, being led by our breath. And then very gently bringing small circles. Being careful when you drop your head to the back. If it needs more support, you can always clasp your hands behind your neck, which I sometimes like to do because my neck is kind of long and my head just sort of flops back. If you're doing circles, reverse the circle and just drop in. Take it nice and slow. And then come to relative stillness, hands comfortably on your lap, eyes closed. Take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your nose. A deeper breath in through your nose, out through parted lips. And this one is going to be the slowest of all. So listen as we take a deep breath in through our nose and hold at the top of the breath. Hold, and then take even a small sip more of breath in, and then let it out completely. A big exhale. Feel that release of the breath. Let it all out, even the last little bits in the bottoms of the lungs. Keep pressing it out. And let your next inhale be nourishing, fill you back up, and allow your breath to return to its natural, desired rhythm. Let's sit like this for a couple of moments. Being present, being available for yourself. Let's blink our eyes open. Let's interlace our fingers at our heart and then press those palms away. Inhale, reaching them up. Feel that length in the back. Exhale, gentle stretch to the right. Inhale up. Exhale, gentle stretch to the left. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale right. Inhale up. Exhale left. Inhale up. Feel that victorious uplifting breath, and then exhale, press those arms away, pushing, pushing, pushing as your arms come back down. And we're gonna come onto our hands and knees. Hands underneath, wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Begin to move through a cat and cow. Inhale, belly drops, gaze lifts. Exhale, round the spine, look towards your belly button, pressing into the mat with the tops of your feet and the palms of your hands. Inhale, reverse, cow pose. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, cow. And on the exhale, take whatever reverse you need. If you want to bring in little circles, just the hips, or maybe you want to tuck the toes and go forward and back. Just take a gentle warm up in this posture in any variation that you'd like, side to side. Excellent. From here, we're going to take the wrists and point our fingers out to the sides and gently rock our torso side to side. Gaze is just at the top of your mat. Neck is long, an extension of that spine. And if you're comfortable coming to stillness, bringing the fingertips to point towards the knees and very gently rocking the hips forward and back. You control the intensity here. Take it nice and easy. Let your breath continue to fill all the way down into your belly. And then we're going to release the hands, send our hips back, interlace our fingers, palms touching, and just make a couple little circles. And take it in the other direction as well. It's going to feel like a lightsaber. Excellent job. And let's come on back to our tabletop position. Walk our palms forward about a handprint. Tuck those toes. And as we prepare for our first downward dog of the day, take it easy and allow everything to just fill in as we lift those hips into the air. Heart presses between those elbows, and maybe we walk up the feet. Let yourself adjust to the change, to this inversion. And then restabilize. Find that breath. Find a rhythm of your feet. And then let your feet come to stillness. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Deep breath out. Two more. Deep breath in. Exhale. Deep breath into your belly. And exhale. We're gonna walk our hands towards our feet. Let your knees have a nice bend. Opposite hands reach opposite elbows. And rock side to side. Letting your arms be the stretch for the legs. And then releasing the fingertips, bend those knees, and let's root through our feet as we rise up one vertebrae at a time, ending with our shoulders, our chin lifts. Take a moment, palms open out to the front, shoulders down, pressing towards each other. Deep breath in, Tadasana, mountain pose. Feel into this uprising energy. Excellent. We're going to bend our knees, reach our arms out and up, palms come together. Exhale, send that heart down towards the floor. Inhale, hands come to shins or thighs, halfway lift. Watch where your chin is here. Are you gazing upwards and breaking the line in your neck? Can you have your neck be an extension of your spine? Feel that counter pull of the tailbone back as the crown presses forward. One more inhale here. And then exhale, fold it down. Inhale, look forward, begin to walk those hands forward until they come underneath your shoulders and hips can sink down into a high plank or knees can drop into a low plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower that chest down. Untuck the toes, move through a cobra. So elbows pressing towards each other, gentle bend, pushing those shoulders away from the ears. Feel that space. And then exhale, tabletop, opening those knees as wide as your mat or as wide as is comfortable. Send those hips back. Child's pose. You can always put a pillow underneath your heart space here as well. If you just would like a little more room, take a moment here. If you like to set an intention or a dedication in your practice, use this time, this very personal time in this personal posture to do so. And then we're gonna inhale, lifting from that belly button area, that solar plexus chakra. Come on back to tabletop, square those knees under your hips, tucking your toes, walking those hands forward. Let's just take a moment to be in alignment before we push up. Are your index fingers pointing forward or are they pointing towards each other? Let's point them forward. Can we press all 10 knuckles into the ground first? Feel all 10 toes peeled underneath. And then sending those hips back and up like you're being hung on a clothesline. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath here. Exhale. Excellent. Let's take a little play. Let's slightly turn out the toes. So the toes are pointing out on a 45-degree angle. Almost like you're doing a little ballet. How does that feel in your legs? And let's do the opposite. Let's point the toes towards each other very slightly, almost like a little pigeon toe. Feel that on the outside edges of those legs, those calves. And then walk those toes to point forward. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, gaze forward, shift forward. So your shoulders are over your elbows, three legs, three-legged plank. Square those hips. And then bend that knee towards the nose, round the back, like you're just about to kick off and go for a super fast race. And in one or several steps, plant that right foot in between your hands. Excellent. Keeping those hips square, send that heart forward. Inhale, you can use your thigh to press your body up. Arms can come high or stay on your hips. Inhale, long. Exhale, twist to the right from the lower belly. Inhale, center. Exhale, left hand plants on the floor. Gaze comes up to the right hand. Exhale, send that arm down. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, reach back. Inhale, forward. Also, a little bonus, you can have your left hand on a block or something supportive. Always, that's always an option. Excellent. And then when you're ready, plant the right hand down as well. Inhale to step the front leg back. Exhale to lower down. You can drop the knees, you can keep them up. Press through either your cobra or upward dog. If you're doing upward dog, tops of feet press on the floor, engaging the legs so much that perhaps the knees lift off. And then finish with victorious open chest. Exhale, let's meet in our downward dog, moving through plank or tabletop. Good, take a breath. Excellent, we're gonna walk our hands towards our feet. Hang forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Find the flow. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root through the feet. Reach up, rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Exhale, right away, palms come together. Forward fold. Whew. Inhale, halfway again. Exhale, fold. Inhale to walk those hands carefully out in front. High plank or low plank. Inhale to shift that heart a little forward. Exhale, lower down to the floor. Inhale, pressing up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Well done. Kind of a little rinse out. Inhale, left leg. High in the sky. Exhale, shifting so you're in a little three-legged plank. Can we bring that left hip in line with the right? Take a breath. Feel into this power. Feel into the balance. Exhale, bring that knee towards your nose, rounding the spine, creating space for that leg. And in one or several steps, plant that leg in between the hands. You can always have your hands on blocks. Please use them if you have them. They're tools to make us more kind of in tune with ourselves. Pressing that back heel back into space, letting that knee be squarely over the ankle. You can use your thigh to lift your torso up off the ground. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twisting to the left. Find this twist. Woo. Inhale, come on straight. Exhale, dropping the right hand down next to the left foot. Gazing up. And then find a flow with your breath. Exhale, reach it back. Inhale, send it forward and up. Two more. And the last one. Lower that hand down to frame the front foot. Inhale to step it on back. Move through that chaturanga. Find a flow here. Excellent. This time we're going to look forward and step our feet to our hands. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Well done. Feel into the space you're creating in the backs of the legs. Inhale, rolling up one vertebrae at a time. And then exhale, let your hands come past center. Take a moment, close your eyes, drop those shoulders, creating space in that neck. Take a deep breath in and let it out. Notice how you're doing. You don't need to judge how you're doing. Just check on in. Checking in. Let us flow, shall we? Bend your knees. Reach those arms out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Find that counter pulling, opposite directions. Creating space in the vertebrae. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we're gonna plant the hands, either step back, you can hop back. Just bring those legs to the back of the mat, high or low plank. Feel the belly button pulling up to the spine. Inhale, lift the right heel off the ground. Just a couple inches. Exhale to hold. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lower. Good work. If you're on your knees, just hold your plank, pulling your belly button in. Inhale, left heel up. Exhale, hold. Inhale, sustain. And exhale, drop. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower on down. Inhale, upward dog. And then exhale, knees drop. Come into your tabletop, move to your child's pose. Inhale to come to hands and knees. All right, from here, we're gonna press the right leg back along the ground. Inhale, lift the leg in line, hips in line with each other. Exhale, bend that leg, and then turn it out. So your knee is pointing to the right side. Inhale, bring that knee to right elbow. Exhale, send it back. Inhale, square the hips, send the heel up to the ceiling. Exhale, down. Inhale, turn out, right knee to right elbow. Exhale, back. Inhale, square the hips, send that heel up, and then lower down. Excellent, other side. Inhale, press the left leg along the ground. Inhale, in line with your hips. Exhale to flex that knee, flex that foot, bend the knee. Inhale, turn that knee out to left side, touching left knee to left forearm or upper arm. Exhale, send it back, square the hips. Inhale, kicking the ceiling. Try to keep that belly button pulling towards the spine. Exhale, lower. Inhale, turn out left knee to left elbow. Exhale, send it back, square the hips. Inhale, heel to ceiling. Last set. Inhale, knee to elbow. And inhale, heel to ceiling. Lower, down. Excellent. Let's flex the toes, tuck them under, and just move through a little bit of a child's pose just to stretch it out and come on back. We're gonna walk those palms forward, tuck those toes, lift those hips in the air, downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here. And on your next inhale, you're gonna lift that right heel. Excellent. Now we're gonna lean forward, 3-legged plank. Round the spine, send that knee to the left shoulder, hold. So you're crossing over that body. And then you're gonna extend that leg along the floor. Maybe you wanna lift up the left hand in this little fallen star posture. Take a breath. You can always hold it with the hand on the ground. Don't worry if you don't wanna lift your arm. And then exhale, bring a hand back down, square the hips, lifting that heel in the sky. Exhale, step it between your hands. Take a breath here. Inhale, Inhale to lift your body off your leg. Exhale, twisting to the right. Inhale, you're gonna drop your right hand to the back of the left leg. Little twist. And come on back to center. We're gonna lower the hands down to frame the foot, drop the back knee. Inhale, send the heart forward. Exhale, begin to push those hips back in space. The front toes may lift up. You can keep a bend in that front knee, a little half split. Find a flow. Inhale, lunge, heart forward. Like a wave, an ocean wave. Find the flow, not only with your body, but with your breath. One more cycle. When you're in this final lunge, plant your hands on either side of your front foot. Lift the back knee, step the front leg back, high plank. If you would like, you can roll over onto the right side, maybe Shavasana, side plank. If you're having any trouble balancing, you can take the top leg and just place it down in front, lifting the left arm. If you want a little more of a balance challenge, you can keep that top foot stacked. Whatever works for you. And then moving back to the plank. Well done. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. And find your flow. We'll meet back in downward. When you get to downward dog, and take your time. Take 3 full breaths all to yourself. When you're ready, you're gonna lift the left heel in the air. Exhale to shift forward. Again, pulling that belly button towards your spine so you're not concave, but you're really active in the center. You're gonna bend that knee, cross over your body, left knee reaches towards right elbow. Find the strength here. Pressing against the floor, you can do it. Use the core, really pulling up, up, up. And then exhale, extend that left leg. Rotate to the right side. Maybe we peel the right arm up, lighting up the sky, keeping the hips lifted. One breath here. Then exhale, come on back to your three-legged dog. And then exhale, step it between. Woo! Into your lunge. Great work. Take a breath. Next inhale, you're gonna peel your body off the front leg, arms up. Exhale, twisting to the left. So I have my left leg in front and I'm twisting to the left as well. Inhale, I'm gonna drop my left arm, reach towards my right leg. And exhale, settle into this little twist. And by settle, I mean tip over. And then inhale, both arms up. Exhale, plant them on either side of that front foot. Good, let's drop the back knee. If we've kind of retreated into ourselves, send that heart forward. Exhale, send the hips back, flex the front foot. Find a flow, inhale to lunge. Find the edge. And just gracefully move through it. Last one, next lunge. Plant your hands on either side of your feet. Prepare yourself. Lifting the back leg, stepping the front leg back. Inhale to hold. Exhale, halfway chaturanga. Inhale, press yourself back up. I hate these, so you're in good company. Exhale, halfway lower. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the core. Lift up as if someone just scooped you from the middle and lifted you up. Last one. And then fold completely down. Chaturanga. Let's find a child's pose. Take any child's pose variation you like here. You can have your arms in front. They can reach behind towards your heels. And just let your elbows be heavy. Another nice one is having your elbows on the floor in front of you. Prayer hands. And tucking those hands behind your neck. Challenge yourself to be present here. Bring yourself to the mat. Bring your breath back to the mat. Be here for the remainder of our very little time together. Just be here for it. And then inhale. Tabletop. We're gonna move through some of this a little bit of a quicker pace because some of it will look very familiar, like our little salutations and the chaturangas. So let's step our palms forward, tuck those knees, send those hips back and up. Deep breath at the top to settle. Deep release. Inhale, right leg in the sky. Exhale, right leg to right elbow. Hover. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right leg to left elbow, crossing over. Inhale, three-legged dog. This time, nose to knee. And then step it through. High lunge. Rotate the back leg so the toes point out. Come on into your warrior dose. Front foot bisects the back. Take any adjustments you need. Knee right over ankle. Don't let it go side to side because that's not great for us. Gaze over the front fingers. Just find a little bit of flow. Inhale, forearm comes to thigh. A little side angle. Inhale back. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, back. Exhale, reverse. You can use your hand at your lower back. Oh, I forgot to do side plank on the other side. We're going back to it. Then we're gonna windmill our hands forward, frame the front foot. Step the front leg back to meet the back leg. And here, let's move into our side plank on our left. So if you'd like, you can come over to the outer edge of your left leg. Your right leg can come in front if you want a little kickstand. Otherwise, you can peel the top arm up to the sky. Keep those hips lifted. Find your stability here for just a split second. Exhale, lower down. Good work. Inhale, shift forward. Chaturanga. Exhale, send those hips back up. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up right away. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Feel that kind of compression in the belly. Lifting up, up, up. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, cross that leg over, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, send it back up. Well done. Exhale, final one, nose to knee. Pull it in, pull it in. Let it all go. Step it between. I'm gonna pivot so you can still see me, but your left leg is in front. You're in a high lunge. Rotate the back foot so the toes point out. You can use your thigh for some support as we windmill up to our warrior two. Take any adjustments, find what works for you here. Good, let's flow. Inhale, feel strong. Exhale, side angle. Again, like you're never stopped, always moving. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse that warrior, peaceful warrior. Inhale. Exhale. Your rhythm may be very different from mine, so just do you. Let's do one more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. After your next inhale, windmill those arms to frame the front foot. Rotate the back leg so it's square. Inhale to step back. And chaturanga. Just make sure we're good on time. Oh yeah, we're fine. And downward. I'm gonna turn around again. Downward facing dog. Now take a breath. From here, walk those toes in a little bit. You're gonna lift the left hand and try to touch the right leg or the right ankle. So you're crossing over. Gaze underneath the right armpit. If your knees have to be bent, just bend them. There's no big deal if they're bent. Then plant them back out. Inhale to lift the right fingers, twisting from the lower belly, reach towards the left leg. Oh, this took me a very long time to do. So again, non-judgment. Take it as your body's willing and ready. Then place it down, step those feet back a little bit. Find that downward again. Let's flow. We're moving into our warrior two again. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, step it forward, high lunge. Inhale, plant the back heel on the ground, warrior two. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, warrior two. Maybe we sink a little lower. Exhale, reverse. Stretch, find that full expression of your body. Inhale, warrior two. Now this is a little different. Exhale, side angle, or if you'd like, you can slide that hand down to the floor. And from here, if you are comfortable, you can bend the back leg, plant the front fingers a little bit ahead of the toes, begin to walk the back leg closer to the right, gazing down at the ground, finding something to look at, supporting yourself with those fingers. Begin to lift the back leg off the ground. Maybe it only goes an inch, or maybe you do half moon all the time. A block under the right hand is really great. I'm just gonna get a little bit away from these blocks of firewood. There we go. Excellent, and then take whatever you'd like here. If you want to change your gaze and look out or even up. If you want to bend that right leg. I'm sorry, bend the left leg. Reach for the foot with that left hand and stretch. Really press that foot into it. That's an option too. Wherever you are, hold and find some stillness within this very active posture. Then release, and as gracefully as you can, step it on back. Warrior two, well done. Let's just straighten that front knee, bump those hips to the left, take a little bit of a dip here. Inhale up. Exhale, lunge warrior two, windmill those hands. Well done. Rotate the back leg. Step the front leg to meet the back. Move through your chaturanga. And we'll meet in our downward facing dog. I'm going to rotate so I can do the other side. Take a cleansing breath here. Let it refresh you. That is all in the past now. Now we just have to look forward to the present and the future. So inhale, that left leg high. Exhale, we're going to step it right away. High lunge. Inhale, rotate the back leg. Come into your warrior two, gaze forward. Exhale, side angle. Any kind of side angle you like to take. Inhale up. Exhale, reverse. Now, as we move through our half moon, inhale. Exhale. You can slide that hand down to the floor or a block. Walk those fingers forward a little bit beyond your shoulder. You're going to bend the back leg just so you can kind of step it forward. Gaze down to the floor. As you transfer the weight into that left foot, the right foot becomes weightless. Maybe lifts right off the ground. Flexing through both feet. If you'd like, you can reach for that foot. Whoop, kick into that foot. Kick into that hand. Half moon is my least favorite yoga stretch that I practice, or yoga posture, so I'm with you. And once you find some stillness, even for a second, gently release as gracefully as you can. Whew. Lower that heel back down, so a warrior two. Straighten that front leg, bump those hips to the right, and reach towards that big toe. And inhale, come on up. Warrior two, right into windmilling those hands. Rotating the back leg, stepping the back leg to meet the front. And chaturanga. From here, let's meet in a tabletop. Take a minute in your tabletop. Tuck your toes. Send those hips back and up. And then walk your hands towards your feet. Bend your knees. And roll on up. Find a Tadasana. This uplifted, energized, strong posture. Feel into the length and the space that you've created, both in you and around you. Feel the sort of sphere of energy that you occupy. Maybe that's just my sweaty aura. We're gonna come to the middle of our mats and we're gonna move through Dancer. If you have a strap, I encourage you to use it. Oh, I'm making it worse. It's like annoying me that this is slightly off center. I encourage you to use a strap if you have one. Otherwise, we're gonna come to the center of our mats. That's a little better. And feel the soles of our feet on the ground. You're gonna take your hand like you're receiving a high five, palm up. And that's the way you're gonna reach for your foot. You're not gonna turn your hand flat. There's all different ways, but this is the way I like to approach it. So you're gonna keep your hand this way. You're gonna bend your right knee as you root through the left leg. And then you're gonna reach, I'm pivoting for the inner edge of your foot. And then you're gonna kick into that hand so much that maybe, I'm gonna turn again to the side. It might be a little easier. You're gonna kick into that hand. Maybe it starts lifting Perhaps the left hand wants to lift as well. The more you kick into the hand and the hand pulls back into the foot, perhaps you can find a focus. Begin to reach forward, kicking that leg high and powerfully behind. Take a few moments. If you fall, get on back in. Whew. And when you're ready, as gracefully as possible, lower back down. We're going to transfer into the other side and just notice any differences. I tend to have one leg that balances way better than the other. And so, I just use that as information. What's going on that's throwing off my balance, what's going on in my legs and my body. I'm going to take the other side. So I'm going to face this way so you can sort of see what's going on. I'm going to extend my left hand out, high five. Bending my left leg, keeping that knee right under my hip as much as I can. Reach for the inner edge of that foot. If it's more accessible for you to reach the outer edge, do it, but I like the inner edge. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, kick that left leg into the left hand. Kick, kick, kick. Find your focus. And take it wherever you're willing to go today. Feel that power between foot and hand and stability in your leg, in your supporting leg, in your core, in your focus. And then very gracefully, so gracefully, lower back down. Whew, shake it out. Let's just take a couple little twists, little freestyle. Shake it all out, let the fluidity, the silliness kind of come back in. We were very focused, now just let it all go. Little hokey pokey. Let's come back to our mat and take it on down. We were really active today. Let's continue with that stretch and expansion that we feel using stretching and strengthening. Let's also wind it down. Feel more earthy and connected. Let's come to the top of our mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, send that heart forward. Swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, final forward fold of our practice. Inhale to plant those legs, jump or hop or step those feet back. High plank. Exhale, shifting forward slowly as you can. Lower down to the floor. Wow. Well done. Take a little breather. Put one cheek on the ground. And let's put the other cheek on the ground. And we're going to move, pressing up as if we're doing a little cobra, and let those hips rise too. Come on, if it's accessible for you, come onto your knees. You can always slide a blanket underneath those knees. So just having one handy so you can just doop, doop. Usually a good idea. From here, we're going to step the right leg forward into this sort of supported little lunge here. Arms up on an inhale. And then arms down. You're going to bring both hands on the inside of that right foot. Take a little lizard. From here, you can very carefully kind of use your foot. I think of my foot as like a clam. Just kind of scoop your leg back, the left leg back, until you come into a lizard that feels full to you. You feel it. You recognize where it's stretching. There's no pain. And then take whatever variation you like. You like your arms on the ground, or your hands on a block, or your head hanging low. Great. A nice little tip is to turn the right toes slightly out to the side. You can even walk that foot a little bit to the right side if that gives you a little more room. I like that version a lot. Good. We're going to be here for a couple more breaths. So become familiar with this. Again, be available for what this is offering, for what is going on in this posture for you. And then we're going to plant the hands. Plant the hands. You're going to just send, so put your weight into your hands and then just send the back leg back. Walk those knees back into a little tabletop and send the Body up, take a breath. When you're ready, you're gonna shift into the left side. You're gonna step that left foot forward. Again, if you'd like to kind of turn out the left toes a little bit or walk the foot to the outside edge of the mat, that's nice, it gives you a little more room. Both hands, ooh, inhale up. Exhale, you're gonna plant them on the inside of that left leg. From here, this is your lizard, or you can begin to kind of scoop the back leg behind you a little bit, keeping the front knee directly over the ankle, and just find your lizard. There's no wrong way to do what works for you. So as long as you're not feeling pain and you recognize the difference between pain due to injury and maybe that discomfort due to stretch and pushing your edge, it's a really good exercise to mentally go through. And take a couple more breaths here. Really let yourself settle. Can you relax your shoulders and your neck? Can your head be heavy? Can you even relax your hips a little bit? Are you holding on to anything extra, any little bit of tension, any sort of stickiness? You're kind of moving through that stickiness, creating a little more smooth, graceful, spacious, kind of lubricated tracks for your legs to go. And then you're gonna plant the hands. And very carefully, putting your weight into your hands, gently send that front leg back and just walk the knees back in and just shake, wag your tail side to side. We're gonna move into our half pigeon. So if you like a pillow or several blankets in this, feel free to get them together now. I am going to demonstrate one use of a pillow, if I can find a pillow. No, but I have a towel, so I will show you. Actually, there's a pillow here, but the cat sits on it all the time, and it is like just so hairy. I'm just not doing it. So I have a blanket, and I will show you several ways you can use it. So we're gonna come ever so dramatically to our booties. And for a pigeon, there's a lot of ways to get into them, but try to wind down. I don't really want to like move through downward, kick my leg up, bring it. Let's just do it from seating. So we're sitting here. I'm going to basically just drape my right leg, the edge of my right leg down in front of me. So it kind of looks like this. And my left leg, I'm just gonna bring it back as much as I can. Okay, so you're making like a little Z. Then I'm gonna use my hands to lift my hips and just kind of crawl again, that back leg behind me. So it's directly on, coming from my hip. And from here, you can take your blanket under here. You can take it underneath your back leg. That actually feels really good. I'm gonna keep it there. And if you'd like to flatten your foot along the ground, and now send your focus to the front, right over that knee. Good, heart shines out to the front, squaring those hips. Again, sending that left hip a little forward. And then exhale, take it wherever you like. Down to your forearms. Maybe you just like to let it all hang. We're gonna be here for a couple of breaths. So if you're finding yourself resisting it emotionally, because this can be an intense hip opener, that's a place where you can explore. Why do you feel this resistance to it? Why are you avoiding it? Why don't you want it? If it has anything to do with an injury, just sit this one out, find something more comfortable. But if it's something to do with just kind of feeling into the posture, maybe just take it a little slower and examine it each moment by moment. Kind of regulate how you're doing. Here. Take a deep breath wherever you are. Lift those hands. If you want to go onto another kind of phase of this posture, feel free to tuck the back toes and then bend the back knee, supporting yourself with the right hands, lifting the left hands towards your foot. Maybe you want to reach in. Some people do thing where they lift their front arm and they like get all like fancy. Just take it wherever you want. If you're comfortable here, you're gonna tuck that foot into your left elbow, gaze forward. Quad stretches. I'm like, it's very intense, and I'm gonna take my own little guidance and just be with it until gently release. Send those hips to the right. And however you want to just like unfold it, shake it out. Take a sip of water. Take a deep breath. Feel your heart kind of quieting with the exhale. In fact, let's just take a moment. Hands over your heart, gaze down to the floor or eyes closed. And just send some soothing, calming energy into your heart. Send a sense of calm, groundedness. I love the presence of my hands over my heart. I'm like, I'm here. Let's blink open our eyes and take it to the left, shall we? So I keep kind of shifting my angle, but what I'm doing is I'm just gonna place my left leg down on the ground. So the outer edge of my left leg is just kind of plopped down. The heel is pretty close to the groin area. I'm not like kicking it out. Just a nice little triangle here. My back leg, I'm just kind of sending it back. And from here, you're gonna use your hands to begin to walk the back leg further behind you. From the side, just kind of use that back foot and the lift that your hands give you. There we go. Send that leg directly out beyond your hip. And from here, you can send that blanket underneath, or as I had it before, underneath the back shin. Untucking or tucking the toes is fine. Squaring those hips to the front. Send that heart shining open and forward. And on an exhale, find your half pigeon for the day. It might feel very different from the other side. I'm very close to my music right now, and it's like this like intense yoga music, and I'm like, I'm transcending. But I realize you probably can't hear it. I'm having a moment. Good, and then just take a moment to kind of bring the tiniest little movements and adjustments into this posture. Does it help if you re-square the hips? Do you like it better with your toes tucked? Can you release the shoulders anymore? Ugh. Can you go any deeper in this experience? It does help if you have like the trippiest music playing, but you don't need it. You have all the trippy music inside of you. And then very carefully shifting onto those palms, lifting that torso. If you'd like, you can just pop your hips to the left and send yourself out of this posture, or if you want to take more of a king pigeon, whatever, you can tuck the back toes. Begin to lift the back heel. You can point or flex. If you're flexing, reach for the ankle. If you're pointing, reach for the foot. I brought my left fingers closer to my shin so that I can really open my heart. This is really nice to have a blanket or a block underneath that groin area as well, because then your arms don't have to do as much work to keep those hips up. And then take your variation. I'm flexing a lot into my left leg. It's really acting like a kickstand, supporting me. Oh, not my favorite. Kink, ballerina. And then carefully release. Send those hips to the left. Oh yeah. Shake it out. Wonderful. From here, let's tap into that crown chakra, that kind of universal energy chakra that we talked about yesterday. Let's just hug our heart into our legs. And from here, a very controlled roll down to the floor. I don't want to hit the firewood. We have so much firewood. I don't know why. From here, soles of the feet on the ground, crossing the right foot over the left, letting your legs drop to the right side. Sorry, I crossed my left leg over my right and then drop my hips my legs to the right side. You can gaze over the left fingers. Nice supine twist, wring it all out. You kind of imagine like the dirt and the extra water and stuff that when you wring out a towel, that's what you're doing. You're just kind of wringing it out and making yourself fresh again. Nice and freshy. Inhale to lift those legs, cross the right leg over the left, and then let the legs drop to the left side. Maybe your gaze is over the right, arms are out. I kind of like to close my eyes here. It's just my body doing what it's doing, passively letting gravity wring it all out, rinse me out, and then hang me up to dry. And then bringing those knees up, uncrossing the legs. From here, you can hug in those legs and then use your arms to reach the outer edges of your feet. Find a happy baby as we very gently press those knees towards the armpits. Ugh, if you have any variations here, you like to take a little straight leg or rocking side to side. The goal here is having almost like a child, like almost blank mind where you're just making silly postures with your body and you're laughing and just rolling around and things are good. You're not trying to be anything or anyone else. You're just delighting in this moment, in the silliness of this. Exhale, bring the soles of the feet together. You can keep the soles of the feet together for your whole Shavasana in a little bound ankle posture. Alternatively, you can put the soles of the feet on the ground and bump the knees together, kind of soothes the outer hips, or you can stretch the legs out, kind of in our more traditional Shavasana, stretch those arms out like the starfish we all are. Take whatever feels good, close the eyes, take a deep breath that moves through our bodies and into the earth below us. And then exhale, release that out into the world, share in that grounding energy. And let's just take this opportunity to do nothing at all, which might be the hardest thing we've done yet. Can you relax the tongue in your mouth? The space between your eyebrows. Your jaw, that's part of the skin when you smile. Can you release? The crown of the head, can you think letting it go? The throat and the jaw and the upper shoulders and neck. Are you holding there? Is there a reason you're holding there? And can you let it go? Take a few more breaths like this. Well done. As we work our bodies and our breath and our mind and our emotions, it's equally as important to stop and to process and to recover and to incorporate all that we have done and learned into who we are. And that's so important in Shavasana. Let's take one deep breath in together. And a slow exhale. Begin to bring small movements into your body. Maybe you rock your head side to side, or begin to wiggle fingers and toes. Maybe you'd like to reach your arms overhead and your legs below you. Get a big stretch in, like you just woke up from a wonderful, deep, and refreshing sleep. And on the exhale, roll over onto your favorite side, tucking those knees into a little fetal position, using an arm as a pillow. And eyes still closed, using the strength in your arms to gently shift your body upright. Come to a seated position. Hands in prayer in front of your heart. From here, interlace the fingers, press the palms together, and let's bring those wrists into that little wrist circle that we did at the beginning of class. Letting the blood get back in there. We did a lot on our hands today. And then inhale, bring your palms to forehead. Exhale, gentle bow in front of you, opening your eyes, releasing your hands in honor, a gesture of honoring yourself for this practice and all that you brought to it in your presence and awareness. I want to offer you namaste and my sincerest gratitude for this practice. Next week, our schedule will return to normal, I hope, so Thursday and Saturday. I appreciate your flexibility with the schedule change as well as what we learned today. So have a lovely rest of your weekend, and I wish you all the very best.